Ice is a factor, the wind is a factor, and when you combine those two, well, you get power outages. Portland General Electric and Pacific Power say they are anticipating power outages as this storm hits.
Yeah, according to their website, I think already 1,600 customers or so have already been affected with power outages in Multnomah County. Fox 12's Sarah Hurwitz joins us live in Tigard with a look at some of the biggest hazards that cause these outages. Sarah?
Oh, yeah, we're in a neighborhood that should see some freezing rain. That's what we've been talking about. Not a lot of snow action, but the wind is really whipping. Now, take a look at one of the biggest hazards that PGE says when it comes to power lines. Big, tall trees right next to power lines like this one that can come down. But PGE does say that it has had some crews working on some reinforcements to prevent storm damage. According to Fox 12 Chief Meteorologist Mark Nelson, this could be our biggest snowstorm for some parts of the metro area since 2008.
As far as kind of the triple whammy of potential for snow, potential for ice, and then the wind and freezing rain coming in all together, we're probably going to see literally hundreds of down power lines throughout our service territory, if not thousands.
The biggest hazard for power lines, PGE spokesperson Steve Corson says, is downed trees.
If it takes down the lines, takes down the poles, there's a lot of work and a lot of time to repair that in order to clear out the damage. Our lines are stronger than they used to be, and in places where they're particularly vulnerable, we put up what's called tree wire, which basically it has extra insulation and reinforcement so that if a tree limb comes down, maybe the wire doesn't break and the tree limb can just bounce off or, do minimal damage.
But what about ice?
If you've just got a small amount, a tenth of an inch or something like that, it shouldn't make too much of a difference. But I think we've seen some forecasts here where you're looking at maybe a quarter inch of ice. And that is a lot of weight for our equipment.
And if you combine that ice with high winds, Corson says it can do some damage. Just know that it will take some time for crews to make repairs and get your power back up and running.
We really understand how challenging it can be to live through an outage, but at the same time, we appreciate customers' patience while our crews do that work.
Now, I also spoke with Pacific Power today. A spokesperson says that it's also expecting some outages. It also says it's important to have all electronic devices charged so you can stay in contact with loved ones and also stay up on what's going on right now with this big storm. And if you do need to report an outage, we'll have all of that information on our website, kptv.com. Reporting live here in Tigard, Sarah Hurwitz, Fox 12 Oregon.